everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Molly, also known as Mojo, and I am currently hiking the Wonderland Trail. It is a 90-mile trail that goes around Mount Rainier in Washington State, but I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about one of my all-time favorite pieces of gear, and that is my SkyGOAT hoodie. So I got this hoodie probably about a year and a half or so ago. I got it before I started the Appalachian Trail. Before starting the trail, I was looking for a microgrid mid-layer. I looked at a whole bunch of different ones. I had been wearing the Fayette Chill microgrid for like a year or so. I used that on my Oregon Coast Trail section hikes, and it was great, but I wanted something a little bit lighter and just a little bit more technical, and that is when I found the SkyGOAT hoodie. And to be honest, a big reason why I got this hoodie was because of the colors. So I really love purple, and obviously this has the purple sleeve and the purple side panel. So that was really a big reason why I got it, besides it also being lightweight and a microgrid fleece. I'd also heard really good things about it. A YouTuber, some of you probably know who she is, Julianne Hiking Dancer. She used a SkyGOAT on her Appalachian Trail thru hike, and she said she really loved it. I thought, why not? Let's try one out. I'm so glad that I ended up with this hoodie. It is so comfortable, so durable, and I am still using it, obviously. But yeah, let's get into some of the more nitty-gritty details about why I love it. Some of you may have noticed that I've been wearing a few different versions of this hoodie in some of my recent videos. It's actually because the owner of SkyGOAT reached out to me and sent me a few other hoodies to try. But I do want to say that I loved this hoodie before that even happened. I bought this one with my own money before starting the AT, but I was just so excited that a company that I already love reached out to me so that I could try a few more of their hoodies. They sent me the same one, just an updated version. The one I chose has a sage green sleeve and side panel. And then they also sent me one of their half zips to try out, so I hadn't tried that style before. And it was actually kind of a funny happenstance how this all played out. My uncle, who was also a pretty avid hiker, he bought a SkyGOAT after seeing me and some other YouTubers wearing them and loving them. So he wrote a review. Somewhere in there, I think he mentioned me in my channel. And so then that's how the owner of SkyGOAT found out and set this whole thing in motion. So thanks, Uncle Jay. Appreciate the shout out. So some of the things that I absolutely love about this hoodie, first of all, just how comfortable it is. It is so incredibly soft and cozy. I love getting to camp and putting this on. It's one of the best feelings ever, getting out of my sweaty, stinky hiking shirt and putting this on. I just almost feel like refreshed just doing that. It's also really breathable. So on chilly mornings or windy days, I can put this on over my sun hoodie. Keeps me warm, but not too warm, so I can hike in it when it's a little chillier out, which is really nice. One of the biggest things for me has been its durability. I carried this for my entire Appalachian Trail thru hike, 2,200 miles, and this summer I've taken it on all of my backpacking trips, and I have not seen one snag, one rip, one seam coming apart, like nothing. Like, it is held up incredibly well. I am not the nicest on my gear. Sometimes I can be pretty hard on it. I would wash this sweater every time I got into town on the AT, so every like 3 to 4 days. And it's not quite as soft as it was when I first got it, but like, I've put it through the ringer and there is nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing. So durability has been absolutely huge for me. The SkyGOAT hoodie has held up so incredibly well. I'm really impressed by it. It is also pretty lightweight. I'm wearing the size extra small, and I think it weighs about 7 ounces. I'll double check that and put that on the screen. For a microgrid mid layer. I think that that's pretty lightweight. You know, there's the new alpha materials that is really lightweight, weighs almost nothing. I haven't tried one of those yet, and so I know that those are really light, but I don't know how they would hold up. Like, I feel like they would get snagged a lot, but anyways, that's a whole different fabric, so I feel like it's hard to compare those things. As far as microgrid fleeces go, I think this one is really lightweight. It also packs down really small. I could just shove it into my pack, into the nooks and crannies, and I'd barely know it was there. Something I actually learned more recently is that the fabric that SkyGOAT uses is actually a proprietary fabric, and they call it goat grid. These are the only hoodies made out of this particular fabric, and a really cool thing about it is that it is inherently hydrophobic, which means that it helps to repel water. So if you're hiking and it's a little bit misty, the water isn't gonna soak into the hoodie. It's going to kind of bead up like it will on a rain jacket and then come off. So you're not gonna get super soaked if you're hiking in like a light drizzle. And I noticed this a lot on the AT on misty days. Like, I wouldn't really have to put my rain jacket on unless it like really started coming down, because this hoodie kept me dry and the water wouldn't really soak into it, which was so amazing because the AT is such a wet trail. And then the last thing about this fabric that I really like is that it's made from recycled polyester yarn. So in addition to it performing at a high level in the backcountry, it is also built responsibly, helping to reduce environmental impacts. I really like that SkyGOAT is doing what they can to help reduce their environmental footprint, and mine also, by using recycled materials. So the version of the hoodie that I'm wearing right now is an older version. They have made a few upgrades to it since I bought this one, and one of those main ones is that they added thumb holes. So this one doesn't have any thumb holes here, but one of the newer versions that I have does. I never really cared because I usually had my sun hoodie underneath and that has thumb holes, so I would just pull those through. But it is nice on really chilly hikes to be able to pull up the sleeves and stick your thumbs in there, and then it keeps your hands a little bit warmer, so I think that's a nice upgrade. And the other hoodie that they sent me was the half zip hoodie. I've been wearing that one on a lot of like my camping trips and things like that, and I really like being able to unzip it and have more airflow. If I'm on a hike and it gets a little bit warm, I can adjust that a little bit. With the half zip, it does have a collar that comes up to your neck, so it keeps your neck really warm, and then you can put the hood on and keep your ears warm and your head warm and things like that. So it's really nice that when you zip it up, it comes like all the way up to your neck to keep you nice and warm. All around, some solid upgrades to this hoodie from SkyGOAT, and it's really cool that they offer some different styles. They also have a full zip, and I think you can get it without a hood as well. So definitely go check those out if you're in the market for a new hoodie. Yeah, so if you have any questions for me about this hoodie or anything like that, make sure to put those in the comments. I'll put a few links in the description on where you can get these. I got mine from Garage Chrome Gear, but you can also get it directly from SkyGOAT's website. Thank you so much for watching, like always, and make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're interested in gear reviews, trail tips, and my outdoor adventures. I would really appreciate it. But that's all for now. I'll see you in the next one. Mighty fine hiking, everyone. Bye!